It all began on a bus in Montgomery, where Rosa Parks, an African-American woman, refused to give up her seat to a white man that aborted the bus. Rosa Parks was arrested for her actions of fighting against segregation. The Montgomery bus boycott was an act of pride. African Americans refused to ride the bus until they were equal. Martin Luther King was a big nonviolent leader in the civil rights movement and leader of SCLC, Southern Christian Leadership Conference. SCLC was organized because of the Montgomery bus boycott. It organized for carpools and bikes. The boycott lasted for a year. Another organization that came to be was SNCC, Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee. It was created by Stokely Carmichael. Stokely Carmichael led the organization with nonviolent protests. He wanted black and white people to work together to portray the civil rights movement until he felt the progress of SNCC wasn't moving fast enough, so he joined the Black Pride side.
The African Americans moved on to other kinds of nonviolent protests such as sit-ins. People would walk into restaurants or other kinds of public places and didn't make noise, just sat there all day until they were given service. They were not. And the outcome of the Montgomery bus boycott influenced other African Americans to ride interstate buses. The buses were still segregated, so they would ride in extremely racist areas, not harming anyone. But people started to burn the buses and cause violence. Freedom rides continued to the summer of 1964, which caused the Freedom Summer. When their voices were not heard, many white college students went to the South to register blacks to vote. Many didn't have enough literacy skills to be able to vote, and some didn't try. This is why the Freedom Summer was unsuccessful. The need for freedom and jobs was the March on Washington. 200,000 African Americans and whites from all over the country marched to the Lincoln Memorial. This march was the climax of Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream speech. At Martin Luther King Jr.'s speech, he spoke of how important it was to judge not by the skin color, but by their personality. The Civil Rights Act was created in 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965. Freedom was reached at last, from the help of many leaders such as Martin Luther King Jr.